Hi, good day. I'm Mary Rowe.
Good day, IOA. I'm Hector Escalante Mesa.
Good day, IOA. I'm Jen Schneider.
And good day, IOA. I'm Ellen Miller, the Executive Director of IOA. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Today, we're here talking about the practice survey. We're right in the middle of soliciting your participation in practice survey. And so the practice survey in 2024 is looking at your experience as a practitioner in 2023. So let's get started. And let's start with Mary. Mary, why does it matter that I take the practice survey?
If you know anybody who has not taken the practice survey and completed it, or if you have not yet had a chance to, it matters a whole lot. It could matter a lot to you for many different reasons that I'd be glad to discuss with anybody who wanted to email to me. But it matters enormously to the profession that every 2 years, every practicing ombuds does take the survey. One of the reasons why is that the profession is growing so very fast. We really are changing, and the answers that people give to the practice questions are changing very importantly.
And so thank you for that. Tell me why it's so important, because we know it's a little bit of a long survey, even though we make it shorter every year. Tell me why it's so important that people finish.
Oh, it really is important. Well, it's very important to me personally. I would like to ask you from the bottom of my heart that you would finish the survey if possibly you can, because the end of the survey has the questions that most show the value and effectiveness of any organizational ombuds and of the whole profession. I know people are running into questions that they don't have the data to answer. If this happens to you, one of the things you could do is please just make an estimate. No one of us keeps the data on every subject, but you will have a sense about the most serious cases, for example, whether or not you tag them specifically. So just estimate. And if you run into a question that you just really don't want to answer for some other reason or any reason, just put in 9s. The number 9 will tell the computers that analyze the answers that you were not answering that question. And thank you so very much for answering the survey.
Thanks, Mary. And Jen, we've heard that some people are frustrated. Can you just give some wisdom about how to sort of move through it with ease?
Yeah, I think like Mary said, we don't expect everyone to have every specific bit of data we may ask for. And throughout the survey, you'll see an encouragement to estimate, right? To do the best that you can. And so we do hope that you'll give it a good shot. And if you're really not comfortable answering, that you'll just do your best and move through. Some of the items can be skipped, and we just appreciate any information you can give us is good information, right? This is the best resource we have right now for what ombuds are doing and for making sense of the work that we're doing. And so I really do think it's time well spent, and hope that you'll take the time to do it, even if you're not sure you're going to be able to give us exactly what we're looking for.
Thanks for that. And heck, we're talking about the survey and how we use it to compare with each other in the profession, and also how I use it when I'm advocating for all of you and talking to potential new organizations that want to set up offices. So, Heck, can you tell us a little bit about how else the data can be used?
Sure. So I'm more of a qualitative research, but quantitative data such as this can be really useful to tell a story and to make a case regarding, for example, effectiveness and value of the ombuds role, something that we've talked a lot about. And recently in contributing to the handbook, the IOA Ombuds Handbook, I was able to use the survey and utilize the survey because of the stories that the survey is telling us around value, most serious cases, DEI work, and all the different types of interesting cases that we deal with. The IOA survey in that sense is very useful and can be very helpful to make the case that an ombuds program should exist.
Thanks so much. It's the number one thing I use to advocate and in my technical assistance calls. It's the number one thing I use when I'm helping you talk about how to defend your program. Mary, are you willing to do a webinar to talk about some anecdotal stories about the data? Because the numbers are one thing, but the stories are so important. Will you help us?
Oh, I would love to be on a webinar telling stories. I'll try to get my 3 buddies to tell stories too, but I have some very interesting stories.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate you all being here. Please take the survey. We're almost at the end. The time is going to close. We've even incentivized it this year. So when you get to the end of the confidential survey, you can click on a little link and go over to a Google form, and you'll have an opportunity to participate in some incentive opportunities. So thanks, everybody. Take care.